But of course, everyone knows how I voted. Absolutely, no one can dispute that. But I think this occasion is important. It is the last cycle of our electoral calendar. This is the day that we are going to choose the leaders of our municipal council, our local government authorities. And it is a heavy burden imposed on all of us. And we must discharge that burden without being emotional. We have to be rational about it. We don't have to be sentimental about it. Of course, we the voters, we have weighed the various candidates. We have listened to their programs. Those who are incumbents, we know what they have achieved. And those who are aspiring to come in, we know what they can do for us. So this is a very important step in the cycle of our electoral calendar. But the campaign has gone on largely peaceful, and we hope that the voting and the celebrations of those who will be victorious at the polls will also be carried out in a peaceful atmosphere. I am, however, disappointed. I'm, however, appalled. I am, however, put in fear of the stability in our country. Last night, a group of hooligans went about attacking innocent Gambian citizens who are doing their business about. And I understand at least 3 of them were held at a business center called Majum against their will, which is false imprisonment. People have been identified. I understand one of them, Islamic Sisef Pakau, have been identified being involved in these acts of hooliganism. And we hope that the police and the Gambian government will take the necessary steps against these people, because these are the little things which, when they accumulate, it leads to catastrophic results. And nobody wants catastrophe in this country. Nobody wants conflict in this country. So I want to appeal to everybody that you should go about your business peacefully. We know the laws of this country. It is nobody will advise us what the electoral laws of this country are. We have been fighting for adherence to electoral laws of this country. So those who go about berating themselves as being the apostles and the sermonization of the electoral laws of this country, they are just repeating what we have been saying. They are just repeating what I have taught them when they were in UDP. That is what I taught them, so they should not be preaching to us. You cannot preach, the gospel to the Pope.
Your Excellency, your party did extremely well during the last councillorship elections, and we've been following very closely the huge following that your candidates have had as well during the campaign. How optimistic are you?
Well, we do not predict, but we are optimistic. My candidate, and I said, of course, that when I go to vote, nobody will ask for whom did he vote, how did he vote. It is obvious that I'll be voting for the candidate I sponsored, and that is Talib Ahmed Bensouda in this region. So we hopeful waiting that by later in the evening, we'll start the jubilation with KM, and then Kali will continue with his visionary leadership of this municipality, carrying his visionary development of this region, he's addressing the social issues. Did you hear him? That housing scheme, single mothers cannot afford rents, so he has to provide for them. That is better than taking dust, unwashed gravel, heaping it on the road and say we are building roads. That is of no use to that woman who cannot afford rents. That is not the consolation to that woman who cannot buy a bag of rice. Talib Ahmed Bensouda, those are the issues that he's addressing. You can see the urban transportation program going to cater for the disabled. which no transporter in this country does. So this is the divisionary leader that we have for this region. And of course, West Coast, we have our young, brilliant, upcoming lawyer, Yankuba Darboe, with very good ideas for the transformation of that region. And inshallah, we think that when, at the end of the day today, UDP will be celebrating yet another victory. But
as an elderly statesman, as a political party leader, what is your message to Gambians, elections message?
My message to the Gambians is that let us all maintain peace and tranquility. That is what will be beneficial to this country. And I want to remind everyone that what we have gone through in the past 22 years, we shouldn't allow it to happen again. That is the mantra of the TRRC, never again, never again. And but we are seeing signs of the never again being gradually reduced to nothing. It's been eroded. Its efficacy is being eroded by the conduct and behavior of people who are supporting the NPP. And as I said, those people, I trained them in UDP. They were my youth. They know that UDP stands for peace. But today, they are the greatest promoters of instability in this country. And I wouldn't be hesitant to mention names. The so-called political advisors, they are the agents of instability in this country. And we will make sure that we defang them. They are serpents that, the fangs that they use to really, bite people, we will remove all those fangs. I tell you, in the next 4 weeks, you will see wonderful things happen in this country. You will see the constitutionalism in this country being put in its proper place. All those nonsense people who call themselves political advisors will put them in their rightful places, as I told the people in the Baby Button Lola.
So what message do you have for the people out there that did not come out to cast their...
Let them come out. This is an important election. People have to come out. Dukare, Alfuntin Alena Katofai. Nina Muwat, the Bilom Lungtim, Mayalon Kavoko, Al Salfam Foroyano, Nalsita Labulkono, Almana Kanakato Fai, Kuno and Albenimisala, Dukaral Kanason Wilekalia, Mobe Funtina, Yana Kato Fai, Yadi la candidate, Menyanta Jikta Menako, Wellanyanta ni region of the Danola, Mokana Siswokono, Bulkentok Sekirgi, Nyep Nangena. Li election bu am maana la election bu important la bu am solo la yi nga xam ne ñoo war a yore suy naamo yi teelee leen a taana leer bu leen toog si kër ga di wax ne jaru san man ma dem bu ñëpp buñ sefee def loolu bon election bi du jaar ci yoon li tubaab bi dee wax ñi nga xam ne ñoo bañ a dem saani karta ñoo dee taana nguur bu bon soo leen toogee si kër ngeen bañ a ñëw taana ñi nga xam ne ñooñu leen war taana bon yéen a responsable pour soo leen amee meew bi nga xam ne jarut dara ba yéen a ko responsable te xam naa ne doo leen def loolu
man ni ka kan wala dron ay tere ay safo no molyele ñi karte fayo la kumaya parce que ngajele jamal bi je nim presidential botala dron isafo ko si aman nit ko te kan karte fay so ñi karte fayo la kumaya be mona fola amoli
karte fa kumaya ta ba ko ba ñu nam karte fo me yalon ko nana mo betala mol melbulu mele alon ka ko man sakundari telebe karna marlala adu man sakundari wala ni mol ka do ko ke man sakunda ba wala wala man grassroots la hajo e mo nyasoto woto mbafula mo beye kafgal be funtinan alena karto alena lata alla kata sansan kono ala karto di amam matalia di menna oldon te ba men fula kafko kat ngamo le misa sano ba fula ko ya di NPP la wallahi nim fe karto di NPP la bi asala le gambia jamfa normally mbokanye kabar bawo e la political advisor ngama ba fula mfanam bole fula kafka ala karto di UDP la nali yoke ale gambia fasa nali ya di ni molla ale gambia jamfa so mo besita ni la karto fa yeta ila suo kono ye la moy results la e ka même fo kavoko tenkun loi bunya mel ko fo e ben 40 ale la nu de la 40 wala UDP kono luwa bunya ibe na karantala so fonko taliben ding buka fono fode we ko ñene be kitabo do ntelom fode wol tital mutablen ding lati bafula gambian kol beye alingam ma kunga ngalwa bunya adun nimme nyimira ka ko sembo betel bolo la hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-azim sembete jon sembete momoy sembo ben daman sole power belongs to the people we have the power and nobody should deceive himself ka ko you have power it is our ntelenga adila anim parat ka tebul mbatale bulle kunu ya joya fonyo ko mansa bondila ni mansa manke kilinti ni dole ngaw kel joral ka mansa bondi mansol bina wala mun ko salam
an tafalla wa salam ka de kuma le fo jam ko mata bakele e ko kunu ye molle mutam la ko ye sindi dulato do akante
well false imprisonment lady ado ngaji ke inspector ni mo kulet me yalon ka ko dunya bele bakalama men nyanta weke nim man nyanta mem nyanta no manke oto abe ku kasta kuulu adun dodo mala fola nim banko ko nin dula ko tan no yanyel yemuta dame nin gambian ko nin tella hakima yalte yemuta dame tenun bi woto janita ban tel man la fola anun telephone to encourage la mo meka ni del bela luwa bunya bali akela tel to kala mo meka yalon kaf ko yomen kam ko banku ko ten ko teno duwanyo is raised to the ground but hani mala fola kadu ko no keta at least banko la economic caradol aba affect la le bawo do ko le ka kijeto melalon kaf ko mo kensen mo melal ila kordal be kere e ka fen soto jeto imalla fi yolla hajotinya mo kuntan la ko kam
hani adama baro nyina la alfati wala fintita quartier fayi akonga quartier fayi kairo kono ngake loi la silo kan